I wanna live near campus for commuting to university. I wonder what the living cost is.
Hey, Zakir, what are your thoughts about living near campus? Because I was considering finding a house to rent out, but it is too expensive for me.
That is an interesting topic, Nick Cuban. I have some general ideas of market price, yeah, but there are many contributing factors. Do you know about the recent market price changes in price increases in the recent times?
No, I didn't know that. Why do the prices of housing markets go up?
I have some general ideas of market price, but I have a friend who will be able to explain it in further detail. Let me introduce you to him.
Hey guys, so you want to know about market price, right? Let's start with the fundamentals. Basically, it is the price of a product or service at a certain time in which it can be sold or bought. So market price depends on the intersection between the quantity of supply and demand. Thus, having a constant demand and an increase in supply will decrease in price and vice versa. There is an equilibrium between supply and demand when under rational expectations. These are people's main factors in decision making, including their past experiences, current mindset, and available information. This helps us to consider the overall costs to supply resources managed. For example, the current price of a commodity is directly related to the commodity supply, and it can depend on an increase in tax that is inversely proportional to supply. This decreases supply since it leads to an increase in the marginal cost. And this is just boring theory stuff that you guys don't really care about. So I actually have a colleague that knows a lot about the real life applications of market price. So just give me a moment.
Yo, Enzo, what are you up to? Oh, market price. Oh, no problem, man. I can definitely show you what I got.
I just want to give you some examples in real estate market for market price. So I think most of fundamental theories can be shown in this chart. If you look at the first blue bubble, that's when the pandemic first hit. People were trying to wrap their head around and panicking. Nobody was buying a house or putting their house in the market. So you can see a very extremely low supply in the market and an even lower demand in the market. But things were quickly turned around in April 2020 because government puts out recovery plans and interest rate at the time was in a history low level, was almost zero. So market quickly picks up and demand all of a sudden got increased dramatically. Since we had such a low supply in the market and the demand was really high, that really drives the price up a lot. Now, as the market keep going, more people wants to sell their house because the price was good. So the supply got really increased to a history high level, and the demand got actually stabilized in the market. So later in the market, the price also got stabilized because the demand was not very high at the time, and the supply was extremely high at the time. Since you guys are all in engineering, I actually have a very good engineer friend whose name is Tyler, and he can tell you more about market price in engineering. Yo, Tyler, come in.
All right, so thank you so much, Leo, for contacting me. So yeah, in the engineering field, when it comes to market price, it's a very important concept to understand. Before we start developing our project, we also have to develop a good sense of our budget approximation. So by understanding what market price is, you can look over here and see how market price is driven by both supply and demand. Taking that into consideration, we can see how material costs change over time from 1 to 10 years from now, and we can implement those trends along in our decision when it comes to developing our budget. So through this, we better understand our restraints, and we can figure out which is the best time to order these materials in order to optimize our budget. So all in all, market price is a very good tool and concept which allows us to first understand what expenses we have and our certain profit margins that we may have as well.
In order to remain profitable from building houses and to prevent their companies from losing money caused by increasing cost of material, do engineers have to increase the prices of the houses when they sell?
Yes, this is the case. However, there are some small instances at which households appear higher than the current supply at that given moment, and this effect is known as the seller market. This can either be when household owners are unsure when to sell their properties, or if buyers are unsure of when they want to buy a house, or without the availability to buy a house altogether in the current society.
Yeah, hello everyone. We're here to talk about market price. Just as Sakib and Hubin has talked about in the previous slides, they do it so much about market price. How do we get market price? Market price is gotten between the interaction of demand and supply, and this gives us a price. And how does this relate to us as engineers? As engineers, we really need to know about market price, and as knowing about market price helps us to give informed decisions during our projects. Making decisions in our projects, how to make long lead items, just as Sakib and Hubin talked about getting a house. When the demand in the school environment is high on getting a house, the price goes up. That's why he talked about the house around the campus being pricey. So we need to know about the market price, and this will help us to take informed decisions as engineers. Thank you.